Sunday, July 24th. Lynn and Martha are doing some early morning stretching / exercising. Even though he didn't seem initially interested, Ed's doing his exercise. Ed got caught up in the idea and did something resembling an exercise. No, the building won't move, Ed. Right after exercising, we were headed on down the road.
On the paved road here. Okay, then we're going to turn off. We're going to start down the heart of Iceland. Okay, down the center.
To our first photo stop, which was an unexpected delight. But first, Hawker had to stop and gas up and clean the van. Outstanding. A clean, clear windshield. Much appreciated for the purpose of taking pictures. However, it would not last long. The whole van looks better. Beautiful country. As we traveled down the road, Deanne spotted a couple of whooper swans with their broods, so we turned around to take advantage of this opportunity to photo these beautiful birds. We piled out and walked up the road to take some photos. We also had a short visit from a windrow who sang us his song. We took a few last-minute photos of the elegant cotton grass. Then it was back in the van for the long drive into the interior of Iceland. From the Swan photo stop, we will travel several hours, and then we will stop for lunch at the abandoned survival hut. The terrain and road conditions were constantly changing, as was the weather. Hawker got a kick out of honking at the sheep, and it was fun to watch them scurry off the side of the road. There were a surprisingly large number of cyclists traversing the isolated remote roadway. We stopped at the abandoned survival hut, had lunch while freezing in the frigid temperatures. We observed the impressive mountain range in the distance. We were actually headed in that direction. So, after a quick lunch, we were off again. But first we make a stop at one of the most beautiful geothermal areas in the world. The hot springs lies along the famous 120-year-old and relatively easily traversed road called in between the glaciers to the west and to the east, the second and third largest glaciers in Iceland. After we travel a while longer, we arrive at the hot springs. A memorial stands at the entrance to the walkway of the Geothermal Springs. In my research, I found that for a geothermal spring to exist, there is quite a balance of nature required. Things such as the thickness of the Earth's crust, the materials in the ground, the system of crevices allowing the heating and cooling of the water. Around the opening of the thermal crevices can be seen a deposit of silica, a substance that is crucial in the formation and functioning of geothermal springs and geysers. There was also some spectacular cotton grass in the geothermal area. Ed and I head back, and we are soon headed to today's star attraction. We are headed to, the meaning of curling is Woman's Mountain, also referred to as Witch's Mountain. And it is located in the Giantess mountain range. The legend again harkens back to the trolls. What? The mountain, as I understand it, is supposed to have been a troll woman. It is a rhyolite mountain, which is obvious with the reddish-brownish color of the hills. It is actually a caldera and is still an active volcano area. However, it has not erupted for 10,000 years. Another nickname for this area is Bad Weather Mountain. And the fact is that it is usually very nasty weather. Heavy rain, high winds, oftentimes hail, and most often socked in with low-lying clouds. Hawker and Deanne both said we were immensely fortunate to have the weather we had. It is a very active geothermal area which can be observed with all the steam and bubbly boiling pots. There is talk of building a plant in the area to harness the power, but I personally think they will have a huge backlash because it is such a pristine, beautiful area. Once we reach the bottom of the hill, there's a lot less wind.
Okay, I'm going. Oh.
After about an hour and a half in this unique and enthralling place, it was time to climb back up. I joined Martha and David for the climb back to the van.
Woo.
We load up for the final time today as we head for tonight's hotel. We spent several more hours on the fairly desolate roads. It was all very interesting, and I literally have hours of video of the journey. I want to convey the essence of our travel in less than a minute, so I have combined a few minutes of the most interesting footage and put them together in that attempt. Like I said, I was amazed at the number of bikes out literally in the middle of nowhere. A very stout and hardy group of people who ride their bikes across the center of Iceland. A couple of hours later, we are back in civilization.
You'll get those at even the Stop and Shops along the road
I know,
here.
but I didn't find the one I wanted yet.
Well, no, I'm not.
And arrive at our hotel for the night. As we arrive and unload, I get some adorable video of a frisky young horse giving his mother a very difficult time.